Having motion lights in the backyard seemed like a good idea. Having some that recharge from the sun alone sounded like a great idea. I figured the sun here in Arizona would be more than enough power to recharge these little batteries. Sadly, I was wrong. Unless these solar panels are directly in sunlight for 8 or more hours a day, they just don't charge up. It's my fault because the seller is quite clear on the offering that they need to be in direct sun. My first impression was, wow, these things are small. These lights measure 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches and less than 2 inches tall when laid flat on the table. They're surprisingly small. I gave them a try by charging them for a day and switching them on, and wow, these little guys are bright. I mean, really bright. I didn't measure the brightness or the distance, but they lit up a tall pecan tree in the yard. Oh boy, these are very sensitive to movement though. The slightest movement of a small leaf by the breeze is enough to trigger the sensor. They turn on and off very often, which is why I think they have a hard time keeping a charge in the battery. In the end, I will keep and use these, but I wouldn't buy them again. If I could adjust the sensitivity of the motion sensor and also the duration of the light, because it only stays on for 30 seconds, which to me is a little too short, I would be happier with these small yet powerful lights.
Before I even look at this product, there's a couple of things that I like right off the bat. First, it's solar powered. I really like that a lot. And second, there's 2 of them. Looks like there's 2 screws and hardware for each light and an instruction booklet. Here's a quick look at the instruction booklet that comes with it. There's quite a bit of detail here, even though it looks like it's going to be pretty simple to install. Now let's get back into the box and take a look at the lights. Like I mentioned before, there's 2 of them, so they both should be identical. Whenever I get into a product box, I'm never quite sure what to expect, but I like what I see so far. The whole top of the light is a solar panel, and it looks like it's got lots of light, so I'm hoping it will be bright. My first impression is that this light is simple and well made, and I really like the solar panel that covers the entire top of the light. This is what you get: 2 lights and the hardware to install them. It doesn't get much simpler than that. With this light, you can set 3 different modes of operation. The mode button is on the back in the recessed area and is pretty easy to access. Push it once and the lights blink once for the first mode. Push it twice, they blink twice for the second mode, and 3 times for the third mode. Push it the 4th time and it goes off. Like I mentioned before, I like things that are simple, and installing this couldn't have been simpler. It's just 2 screws. I used my power screwdriver and it took less than a minute. I simply centered the light up on the double doors of our shed and made sure that the doors cleared the light. I tightened the first screw up just enough so it would hold the light in place while I started the second screw. I tightened the second screw to about the same tightness as the first screw. Then I went back to the first screw and tightened it down all the way, making sure that I didn't tighten it too much because I didn't want to crack the part. I just tightened that first screw to a good snugness and went back and did the same thing to the second screw. On ours, we're using the first mode, which is motion activated. It comes on when we come around the corner of the garage, and then if it senses no motion for a while, it goes off. We've been using ours for several weeks now, and it's brighter than we expected, and we like it a lot so far.